Towns Van Zandt. Guys, I'm going to have to apologize to the gentleman. I think it was a gentleman who, in the comments, and I saved them, but sometimes they get lost. Sometimes I write things down. And he said, Alan, appreciate the Jackson Brown. John Prine, I know you like. It could have been on the back of a John Prine. I think it was on the back of Jackson Brown. And I've also got Alan Jackson, so we need to get to him as well. Alan Jackson, right? Anyway, he said, I think you'll like this. It's in that style of songwriting that you seem to enjoy. The music's good. It's Towns Van Zandt. The song is Pancho and Lefty. And when I saw the title, I thought, oh, Pancho Villa. Because my Americana is not ridiculously good, but neither is it nothing. So I thought, okay. And he's got, yeah, I'm kind of looking forward to it because it's from 1972. I've done a little digging on who he was, and he is Americana. He's part of his family are part of the law of Texas. So yeah, Confederate and Republic. So yeah, I'm kind of looking forward to it. Let's get into this. Towns Van Zandt, what a cool name. Pancho and Lefty. Adagio. I'm going to pull it back. Oh, I know. When John Prine does stuff like that, I just start to sink into it because it's that beautiful acoustic rhythm. And I'm kind of excited. So let's pull it back and then we can have a good listen, everybody. A good listen. It's like a 4-minute song, so we'll have a good listen. But I love that opening. Oh.
Living on the road, my friend, was gonna keep you free and clean. Now you wear your skin like iron, your breath's as hard as kerosene. You weren't your mama's only boy, but her favorite one it seems. She began to cry when you said goodbye, and sank into your dreams. Pancho was a bandit, boys. His horse was fast as...
When I was a kid, I read all the Louis L'Amour books because that was my dad, you know. And I remember watching Shane and Hondo, with Sean Connery, bad movie, but just the whole Louis L'Amour collection, and just you know, living on the road, my friend, is gonna keep you free and clean. That's that freedom which America commands musically. And your history. And I'm not trying to be disrespectful. It's not political. This is just who you are to the rest of the world. This vast expanse of adventurers. I know each country has its own claim to all of that. But when I'm listening to songs like this is what I feel in here. Then I can assign it to my own cultural background and what I did as a kid. Now you wear your skin like iron. Yeah. And your breath as hard as kerosene. You weren't your mama's only boy, but a favorite one, it seems, okay? She began to cry when you said goodbye and sank into your dreams. So that's that. It's kind of the beginning of I don't know if this is a hero, but it's the beginning of an adventure.
Polished steel, wore his gun outside his pants for all the honest world to feel. Pancho met his match, you know, on the deserts down in Mexico. And nobody heard his dying words. That's the way it goes. And all the federales say they could have had him any day. They only let him hang around out of kindness, I suppose. Lefty, he can't sing the blues all night long like he used to. The dust that Pancho bit down south ended up in Lefty's mouth. The day they laid...
The dust that Pancho bit down south ended up in Lefty's mouth. So, oh, where's he taking me? It's just... It feels visceral. And I read that he never denied it was Pancho Villa, but I think I've heard a couple of different things just briefly before I looked into it. It didn't really give me a sense of what the song was about, but it's what a couple of articles said. But even when I looked at the title, I was thinking, okay, there has to be an alluding to Pancho Villa. But just that whole thing of, you see where this one person's just gone, and it was almost like an anticlimax to some sort of localized anti-hero. And now we're into Lefty. We're talking about Lefty.
Pancho low, Lefty split for Ohio, and where he got the bread to go, oh, there ain't nobody knows. And all the federales say they could have had him any day, and only let him slip away out of kindness, I suppose.
I don't think so.
Poets tell how Pancho fell. Lefty's living in a cheap hotel. The desert's quiet and Cleveland's cold. So the story ends, we're told. Pancho needs your prayers, it's true. Save a few for Lefty too. He just did what he had to do. Oh, now he's growing old. Great federales say we could have had him any day, only let him go so wrong out of kindness, I suppose.
So this is just, there's no morality in this. There's no good guy, no bad guy, and I guess there's a compromise to be had. And he's asking you out of kindness, what would you do? Where does kindness begin? And it end, and it causes you problems, I suspect. But, well, the poets tell how Pancho fell and Lefty's living in a cheap hotel. Well, they've both not got good endings. One's passed and one's living in abject poverty, I guess. The desert's quiet and Cleveland's cold. So two guys, two different sides of the border. And Pancho needs your prayers, it's true, but save a few for old Lefty too. So one becomes this revered character, because I guess he's some kind of villain, and the other is just this honest John. He gets nothing. You could argue that's... We have this thing about where we revere bad characters in movies, because we want to just peer a little bit into the dark side, just a touch, not fully immerse, not be that, but just dabble around the edges. And the poets do that so well in this story. But I love the acoustic, I love the rhythm. It's beautifully steady and it draws me in. His voice is disarming, because it's so beautifully enunciated and accentuated. There's no drawl. There's no bluegrass drawl, which isn't a bad thing, but I can just hear it, and it's definitely Americana, but it feels a little bit. It's got that country touch to it, but it's an Americana song, I suspect. Let me know if I'm wrong, guys. But this is just beautiful, and I don't like to overplay something when I've only heard it once, but the story's there. He's telling me a story, and I'm having to decide what I do with it. There's kind of a little bit of morality in it, but not whether it's good or bad. It's like you decide, where did it all go wrong for Pancho and where did it all go wrong for Lefty? And what's the story? Beautiful. John Prine does it. I've heard Jackson Browne do it. Yeah. I know the songwriters, I know, guys. And you know, I get that. But those are just examples that you guys are giving me.
A few great federales say they could have had him any day. They only let him go so wrong, out of kindness, I suppose. Thanks, y'all.
No, thank you. It's, if I'd stood where Lefty have stood, what would I have done? There's no right or wrong in this when I'm looking at the lyrics. We're invited to think, to look at the consequences of both courage and compromise. Yeah. It's not a surface subject. It's not just great songs. And I don't know if Townes Van Zandt is a great songwriter. This tends to make me think, yeah, I'm going to stumble onto something here. Well, you guys put me here. But there's lots to think about, as well as just enjoying. The guitar playing was beautiful. The vocals was clear, drew me in. What a lovely treat on a Friday. And to the gentleman, I'm sure it was, that gave me the song, I apologize, but you'll know you sent me it. Join in, guys. Where do I go with Townes Van Zandt next? And I know I've got Alan Jackson to come. So, yeah. Do you think I'm heading down more of an Americana and a country journey? Is this a place where you guys want to go? Let me know. Till next time, take care.